This is Astrorytelling, the power of creative healing through shared energetic experiences expressed through our life stories. This is True Warrior in Lipstick by CJP. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I encourage all of us to offer compassion within and outside of our being to all of humanity. Healing is possible, and it's accessible now when we intentionally take one step forward to return home to wholeness. The American Psychological Association defines trauma as an emotional response to a distressing event or series of events. Clinical depression is different from occasionally feeling sad or low, which passes in time. It affects mood, behavior, and overall health. It causes prolonged feelings of sadness, emptiness, or hopelessness, and a loss of interest in activities previously enjoyed. It can cause severe symptoms that affect how you feel, think, and how you handle daily activities like sleeping, eating, or working. It can affect anyone regardless of age, race, income, culture, or education. Research suggests that genetic, biological, environmental, and psychological factors play a role in depression. It may occur with other mental disorders and other illnesses such as diabetes, cancer, heart disease, and chronic pain. It can make these conditions worse and vice versa. Depression can happen to anyone. People who have gone through adverse life and traumatic events are more likely to develop depression. Round about 300 million people in the world suffer from it. Women are more likely to have depression, about 50% more common than men. Agitation, anxiety, anger, and aggression can be indicators in men. More than 75% of people in low and middle-income countries receive no treatment. Barriers to effective care include a lack of investment in mental health care, lack of trained healthcare providers, and the social stigma associated with mental disorders. Depression is one of the leading causes of disability. Mostly when recurring and with moderate or severe intensity, depression may become a serious health condition. It can cause the affected person to suffer greatly and function poorly at work, at school, and in the family. At its worst, depression can lead to suicide. Over 700,000 people die due to suicide every year. Natal configuration: Retrograde Saturn in Leo, 12th house, in detriment, malefic out of sect, and its joy. Leo is a fixed sign, fixed expressing enduring qualities. Nocturnal natal charts experience Saturnine expressions at an early age in life. Transits: mid-August 2017, a solar eclipse in Leo, my 12th house. Mid-December 2020, Saturn's ingress in Aquarius, my 6th house, opposing natal Saturn in Leo, my 12th house. Early March 2023, Saturn's ingress in Pisces, my 7th house, angular, opposing my ascendant and natal moon in Virgo, 1st house. Mitigations: natal Jupiter in Taurus, 9th house, square natal Saturn in Leo, 12th house. Natal moon in Virgo, 1st house, trine natal Jupiter in Taurus, 9th house. Natal moon in Virgo, 1st house, opposite natal Venus exalted in Pisces, 7th house. Natal Venus in Pisces, 7th house in mutual reception and in a sextile with natal Jupiter in Taurus, 9th house. In a time of pronounced global traumas, countless activators, stressors, and triggers ceaselessly inundating a massive human population existing with unprocessed traumas and unhealed wounds, conditioned to keep trekking without asking for help, shamed for their vulnerability, ostracized for longing to be seen, valued, and validated, it's a humbling honor to be of service in this moment of time. I count it an immense privilege to be a part of a global community, a multitude of intentional humans, advisors, clinicians, caregivers, coaches, counselors, change makers, doctors, healers, practitioners, nurses, scientists, social workers, and therapists around the world who compassionately showed up, heed the call to serve and help humanity heal and minimize suffering. As an advisor with first-hand experience of this condition, I reflect on an enduring Saturnine expression in my astrological natal chart manifested several years ago after a very long physical rehabilitation period from a life-altering accident that led to the diagnosis of a partial clinical depression, which then resulted in months of therapy. Through the lens of depression in my time with Dr. J, I witnessed the pain and suffering of so many people manifested in variegated forms and textures. It was a gift, an alchemical invitation to further awaken my heart. My healing and inner work was a portal to an initiation of what would prompt an eminent shift in my life's trajectory and the reconfiguration of my client practice, adjusting its focus from an egocentric self-developmental lifestyle approach towards conscious realization of a heart-centered life, compassionate soul nourishment, and intentionally sojourning back home into wholeness. In late 2021, a Saturnian passage came with an old acquaintance, clinical depression. It was activated via a Saturn ingress in Aquarius, my 6th house opposing my natal Saturn in Leo, 12th house. This Saturnine expression prevails as it now stands in my 7th in the sign of Pisces, opposing my ascendant and natal moon in Virgo, my 1st house. Consciously aware of the potential manifestations and potently prominent activation of these contrasting energies, this time I solicitously welcome depression without judgment, as if I'm restfully delighting in the garden and offered it to come sit and have a cup of matcha with me and bask in the hardiness of the sun. I'm intentionally witnessing its unfolding, navigating the formidable tides with loving kindness, and aptly integrating what's in my interdisciplinary healing toolbox, accentuating astrology-guided, trauma-informed, compassionate care. These experiences supplement and fortify how I help fellow beings with practical, supportive guidance and heart-centered insights in cultivating a soul-nurturing healing while consciously participating in their own life path. Beloved, I realize the weightiness this condition brings and how this material realm fragments our being as we experience what it is to be human. I see you. I feel the pain we collectively encounter. May I walk alongside you in living fully awake, in aliveness, tenderly untangling from this shared human suffering. Please dial 988 to access the Crisis and Suicide Lifeline. There is help available now.